Yo, everybody has Instagram and they trying to have the best profile, they trying to have the best photos, and they trying to make sure that they stand out so they could get those likes, those shares, and maybe boost up their contracts on Instagram. So I'm about to show you a few tips and some tricks that'll help you improve your photos on Instagram. So with that being said, y'all know how we do it. Let's get right to it. Roll camera, roll camera, roll camera. Woo! What's good, YouTube? It's your homeboy Camcorder Banks. Welcome to my channel, Coolin' with Camcorder, where you will get content focused on streetwear, sneaker content, and menswear fashion. Now, if this is your first time tuning into my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, notification bell, hit that like button, spam on that like button. Drop a comment down below and let me know you rocking with the team. Now, while you at it, go ahead and follow me on my Instagram channel. This is where you will get to see crazy photos where I'm talking about my sneakers, my fashion, or you just get to see me do some wild creative photos. And at the same time, if you want to holler at me, go ahead, chop it up with me on Instagram. I talk to everybody. I'm very active on Instagram as well. Now, jumping into the topic of today, like I said, everybody pretty much has an Instagram channel. Everybody trying to have bigger engagement, shares, likes, and so much more. And where it simply starts is your photos. So I'm about to give you some tips and tricks in order for you to perform even better on your Instagram page, or even if you're just starting out, I'm about to show you a few tips and tricks in order for you to boost performance on your photos. Now, with that being said, y'all know how we do it. Let's get into it, man. Roll camera. All right, tip number one, man. First thing first, like this is for everybody that's just getting into the game. This is like one of the basics right off the bat. Your equipment. That's like one of the most important things that you have. Now, a lot of people like to go big and beyond, and it's not really even that deep than you think it is. If you have a smartphone just as simple as this one that I have in my hand, like an iOS device, or even if you have like an Apple phone or a Droid, even if you have you a small snap and go camera, like a point and shoot, or something that's close to you starting out with like an intermediate or beginner's mirrorless camera or a DSLR camera, you pretty much can go that route. Now, what I have now, what you're looking at from right now, is my Canon EOS M100. It's one of my favorite things to use when it comes to using my Instagram photos. This is how I take all of my shots. Now, like I said, you can take it on your phone. That actually gives good quality nowadays. So don't knock it, man, because your phone can actually do some good work. So it's up to you how you really want to use, if you want to use a camera or if you want to use your phone. Now, always, even if you have a camera or a phone, it doesn't matter. One thing that you are going to need, you need a tripod. This is going to keep your images stable, because you can't always have somebody that's with you taking your shots for you. I mean, if you do, that's great. But at the same time, if you are alone, if you're really trying to get a lot of photos and get a lot of things going, doing it by yourself is one of the biggest ways to get going. So having a tripod, having a phone or a camera with you is gonna be banging. Like I said, what I like to use is my Canon EOS M100. It's a beginner's camera, but at the same time, it has the work of beginner and intermediate camera. Now, I already have some really good skills when it comes to photos. I mean, I'm really good at it. I've been doing it for years. But at the same time, when it comes to something like this, like Instagram photos, I just need something that's really quick, point and shoot, and at the same time, I can get good and go. Now, I know some of y'all like, hey man, how do you even take photos even if you have it by yourself? All you need is a remote, like for my EOS M100, or your phone. You also can buy like these small things, which I have down below. I'll put down some links for you to have like remotes for your camera, or you have some for your phone. It's small remotes, so when you step away from your camera or step away from the tripod, all you have to do is press a button and you all good to go, and it'll take the photo for you. Next up, number two is your wardrobe, man. It's simple. Everybody likes to have some fire wardrobe. You don't have to have the luxury and designer clothes and everything like that. It's just all up to your style. What style are you trying to portray? What image or what feeling are you trying to present that day? Don't try to wear a designer if that's just not you, or don't try to be a minimalist if that's not your style. Show who you are just by picking out the type of clothes that you actually like, and then people will start to understand who you are as a person, and they'll come back to you to see your photos even that much more, because they understand who you are and they like your photos. That will cause a lot of people to engage with you and start to like your photos a lot more. And at the same time, if you know how to put some pieces together when it comes to style, man, it's gonna boost a lot in your photo. Tip number three, my biggest thing to me is location. Location. I can't even say it any more than I have already. Yeah, I can. Location. You need to find places that are pretty nice. You don't need to find junky areas unless that's like really what's the story you're trying to tell. Like if you have some junky area and you're really being creative with your photos, I get it. But most of the time, time, you really want something that's really chill, really nice with a nice background, and it's nice and flat in the back. So you don't want too much craziness that's going on in the back. So for example, as you see, I have my plant here, and then I just have a simple background, pretty decent. But you don't want anything to take off the focus of your body. If you're taking a photo of yourself, you don't want the background to take attention of your entire photo of what's going on. So if you're really trying to do some stylish photos, make sure that you go to a nice area that doesn't have too much crazy color, too much decoration or anything like that. Make sure that the main focus of that photo is yourself. Now, like I said, you can take a few tips from my page. You'll see if I'm anywhere that has anything other than just a wall in the back, it maybe has something that's simple, like maybe some trees in the background, or it may have a fountain in the background, something that's really basic and simple. It's not too much activity that's going on behind me, because I want to make sure that the focus is all on me. But at the same time, like I said, location is going to be key, because you want to make sure that you're finding different areas or different walls, maybe different backgrounds, different buildings, different plants and trees, and different type of things that may catch people's eye to see that you're not just posting the same thing over and over, because then it just gets boring. You also want to make sure that you're catching people's eyes, so you want to say that, hey, I'm telling the story and I'm giving you different locations. So every time you're looking at a photo, it's going to be something different. So location is going to be key in your photos. Next up, I don't like saying it because it's more so like a Drake term, but it is what it is. Your angles, the area of how you take your photos is really important. How you do that is going to be one of the key factors of having a very bad photo, having an amazing photo. For example, if you're shooting downward gives like a smaller presentation, like you're looking down, you're belittling somebody, and it makes you look shorter and wider. If you have somebody taking a photo for you and they're taking a photo with their hand like chest level, then 9 times out of 10 it's going to give the whole presentation of your body, but at the same time it can make you look a little boxy, a little wider, instead of giving you that taller, long presentation. You don't want to be boxier or wider. What you want to do is give a tall presentation. What you should be doing is shooting from the bottom. You want to give a low presentation, because 9 times out of 10 we already see, like, well, 10 out of 10 everybody already see you from this view, from standing up tall already. So if we're looking at you like this, we don't want to see that in Instagram. We want to see different angles. We want to see different shots, different areas. Low, shoot high, shoot off on the side, shoot to the left or right, shoot at a different angle. Give different perspectives of your body at the same time, instead of just going straight ahead. It makes it boring. So to liven it up, you want to shoot on different angles, and it will give a different perspective. And from there, it will open other people's eyes. It will show that you are a lot more creative than what other people are on Instagram. Next up is your editing software. Now, for one, I like to use a number of editing software simply because I like to edit things. I'm really into editing. It's really cool. And no, I'm not talking about the photoshopping too much. I'm not too much into manipulating photos and everything, but I'm into manipulating color, which is really cool and everything. So there are a number of things that you can use on your phone. Like after you have done taking your photos, even if you took it on your camera and you want to send it to your phone, or if you're taking like photos on your camera phone, what you can do is choose different apps. Like I said, I'll have everything listed down below so you can go and check those out. Now, with that being said, you can use things like ViscoCam, Snapseed, Photoshop, Lightroom, and a number of different things. So like I said, it's all in good fun. Now with these different things, the reason that I say that you can use these apps is because you want to bring some different filters to the game. You already have those basic images, those basic filters that's in Instagram, but they give more of a either too saturated or way less saturated. It doesn't bring enough contrast, and they might boost up shadows and things that you don't want to see. So it leaves you with this basic concept. You don't want to try to have the same type of filters as everybody else. Even if you don't know how to use filters, or even if you don't know how to color grade, using these apps like ViscoCam and Snapseed will really help you, because it helps you learn the difference between shadows and boosting up contrast and really boosting up the saturation. And a lot of people now, they boost up the saturation way too much, and it either turns them a whole completely different color, and that's because they don't know the difference between using certain contrast, shadows, and so much more. Using those apps will help you get better at that, and the more that you start to use them, the more that you will create a theme of your own Instagram page. So every time you create a new photo, you will have like this same type of color pattern that's gonna come to your page. So it could be warm photos, sunny photos, cold looking photos. It's up to you, but just using those apps, it will help you gain a better photo anytime that you take a photo for Instagram. Now lastly is the fun part of here. It's actually posting the photos. How many you want to post? You can either post a singular photo where you just giving the main focus on this one photo. Hey, this is the best photo that I have. It's dope. Or you could do what I like to do. Sometimes I like to use a single photo, or I will use a carousel. So a carousel, of course, for those that don't know, is more than one photo on an Instagram post at one time. So I will usually do a full body, a face photo, and then I will do a low shot where I'm showing my sneakers. So it'll basically bring an entire story. So anybody that's checking on my photos can actually go through. They'll feel like they're getting the full experience of my body. Even if they don't want to just look at that one full body shot, you'll get a full experience of what I'm trying to show you. So either look at my sneakers, or look at my hair, or look at the full style that I put together. These are things that you could do when it comes to carousel, and those will be banging photos for you. Now those are just a few tips that I wanted to give to you all just for Instagram, like just to boost your photos on Instagram. Now with that being said, you could, like I said, take a look at my Instagram page. Follow me also on my Instagram page. Hopefully y'all have some fun with it. Y'all can gain some ideas and see what I mean by different things. My photos also have a clear set theme on my Instagram page, so you can check that out. And if you have any questions about other additional tips and tricks that you want to know about, go ahead, shoot me a DM and I will definitely help you out. Or you can drop a comment down below. You can ask me anything you want. So that being said, man, hopefully that gave y'all some good advice. If y'all want some more advice, just go ahead and drop some comments down below. I'm about to get up out of here. I'm your homeboy Camcorder Banks. I'll get at y'all next time. As usual, I'm out, I'm gone. I'll holler at y'all. Peace.
Enlightened creature here. Ain't no man that I'ma fear. Godly and I hardly fuck with peasants. Go and fetch my beer.